Okay, I'm attempt this. So we're going to creeliteracy.ca. One of my favorite .org, sorry, .org. And then it's kind of an interesting website. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna look for Solomon Rats. I'm just gonna put beginning Cree. It's an excellent textbook. Beginning Cree, and it's kind of a weird way to find it. So this one, this book, and then you have you can go on here for the draft version of it, or you can buy it. So I click on this link, and then we can go to it, and it has I've never actually looked at the videos, I'll be honest. So I usually download the preview for it, and different things that you can go through. It's kind of similar to Gino Comesa's book, but different. And the Months in Cree Moon Freight. Like, I use a lot of both of them. So the one I wanted to do was Vital Statistics, I think it is. I don't remember what page it's on, but I'll just go to it. And it has a lot to do with time. I'll just go find it. So the sound system. See, you'll recognize the dialogue. Oh, yeah. That's what we've been working on. And then here's another page we're using already. So for the kinship terms like numasum, nogum, nigawi, notawi, nigoses, nitanis, nemis, nistes, nisimis, and nituasimis. Dialogue 2, I don't remember if these ones are in the booklets I gave you guys. But I wanted to show you, like, we'll go through the months eventually because you guys requested it. What is it? There is, I wanted to get to vital statistics. This one, right here, this page. It's in the handouts that I have here. So we're only going to look at these two lines for practice for the beginner Cree. Because this one's talking in third person. So you kind of have to understand first person first, I think, in my personal opinion, before we practice these ones. So, you know, so we already know this, Dansei Getsiga Sun, and then we'd say Candice Nitsiga Sun. Our age, with the 10 words we just went over, Dat Do Papunyan, and then you would say your age in Cree, so that's why it's kind of important to know up to 100. Yeah. Nianano biakosap nitato peponan. So you add your name to that. Place of birth, Dante Gagi Nitawigan. And then place, I would say Prince Albert Nigi Nitawigan. Go a little closer, I'll zoom in. Oh, scared. Scare me. And it's like, what's going on here? Just kidding, yeah. Thank you. Let's bring him here. Awesome. Hi, nanas ko man.
So you're gonna wait or you're gonna?
I don't know, I'll text you.
It's quarter after.
Sorry? Oh, time's flying. I'm recording right now, I'll text you later. Okay, birthday. Asking when is your birthday, right here. So that's big mana katapiskaman. Date, and then you would say the date of when your birthday is. So that's why it's important to know months as well. So for me, I was born in October, and I would say Niyo Kisagaw Iagamit Pamahawi Bisim Mana Nitipskin. Yeah, so we'd have to practice dates. And then where I was raised at, Dante Gagipi Upigian, Prince Albert, or I can say Sturgeon Lake, Nigipi Upigan. What school? Dante Gagipi Kiskanawamago Suwin. And I would say U of S Nigipi Kiskanamago Suwin. And then Dante Miguatska Wigin. Prince Albert Miguats Niwigan. And then work Danse Gaisi Atoskian. I would say Yuvesnia. Or no, I would say teacher. Because que no mago, yeah, esquil, nia. And then dance ga isi atoski. Oh, went to the wrong one. But like this will be like level 2, third person, so that you can master understanding and how to answer those questions for these terms. Okay, I'll pause this. First handout we'll look at is this Cree family unit. So you can kind of go ahead and read through. I kind of like it. So, because you can't separate spirituality from, like, you can't just teach language in isolation. You have to bring in the spirituality. So, I'll just kind of quickly read this first part here. So, in Cree beliefs, the Northern Lights are the spirits of the dead relatives dancing. A common practice that continues is the memorial feast and round dance. Visitors travel from community to community to take part in these events. These ceremonies honor the relatives that passed on. These customary practices reflect the beliefs of the Cree people. The language shows the customary practices and beliefs in Cree spirituality. Studying the language that is related to family terms brings an understanding of the person practices in the Cree culture. The Cree language is the core of the Cree culture. Learning the language along with the history and the words that are used within the family structure brings a greater understanding of the old ways of the people. The creator is called Mamawe Tawimau. When translated, means the father overall. Other terms one might hear are Kisimantu or Kutawinau. The Cree family structure has terms for each family member. Along with these terms, the family members have a responsibility. Each family member plays a role in the practices reflected in the language. And it says, research any of the following topics and prepare a presentation. You guys don't have to do that. This is what I do in my class with my students. So like this year, we're doing a feast. I'm teaching them different ways to prepare things for the feast. So I've got a couple of ducks, and then we're gonna do some ducks preparations and stuff. The next one is family terms root words. So they're not my, they're not yours, they're not his or hers, they're just a root. So if you kept doing the box thing, so these are the root words. So for instance, right down there, it says in the box, the father, Otawima, the mother, Okawima, the oldest brother, Ostesama, the oldest sister, Misama, and then the youngest sibling, Osimisama. So, and then it goes into the paradigm as follows. If you wanted to fill in the root word into that area, like ni, ki, and o, the suffix endings, but we're gonna skip that. The next page, it goes through that again, and then it's the to-do on the bottom. It says, following the steps in place to family terms in the paradigm, remove the suffix and mao. If the first letter is a short o, drop the short o and place the word in the paradigm. So for instance, the word ohtawima, following all of those words, turns into nohtawi. And then your father, kohtawi. His or her father, ohtawia. And then same thing, Ogawimau becomes Nigawi, Gigawi, and Okawia. So it kind of shows you how to do that for all the terms. So you can practice them. The oldest brother, Ostesama, Nistes, Gistes, Ostesa. Oldest sister, Omisamau, Nimis, Gimis, Omsa. The youngest sibling, Osimissamau, Nisimis, Gisimis, and then Osimsa. Next page, it goes into, it says lesson 3. It's about aunts, uncles, in-laws, grandparents, and great-grandparents. It gets a little bit more confusing and, I don't know, we'll say complex. So extended family, you guys can read that on your own. So my great-grandparent, Nichapan. So that's the only word in the Cree language that also means, my great-grandchild. It's interchangeable. They call each other that, Nichapan. And then your great-grand, I'll just say everything in first person. So grandfather, Nimushom. Grandmother, Nogum. A lot of people were taught, residential schools kind of like messed up. All the kids are gonna call their grandmother Kugum, because I'd be like, here, go give this to Kugum. Like I'm using it correctly, So, and then the kids, okay, that's that person's name, Kugum. They like, here, Kugum, bastam, you know, like, but nobody corrected the kids to say, no, you have to say Nogum. That's your Nogum. So, my grandson, he's gonna be calling me Nogum because I'll correct it. So, but we have to make sure that he knows Kugum means Kugum and Nogum means my grandma. So, it's something, yeah, something that needs to be addressed. So Kugum does mean your grandmother, but it doesn't mean my grandmother. So, and same thing. Okay, we're on this side. Okay, I'll just go down the list here. My mother, Nikawis, that's auntie. So, and it literally means my father's brother's wife, Nikawis, or my little mom. Like this day and age, the way language changes, and if we want students just to like know the terms, I think it's okay just to go call all aunties Nikawis, my little mom, or anybody who's like a mom. It's based on relationship. Because there's other ones. So it's like Nisi Goose, my father's sister. And you know, and the way the makeup of some families too, you know, like some dads' families are not in the picture, unfortunately. So we just kind of acknowledge that. Nisi Goose. Let's see, next one. Oh yeah, Nimushum we got already. Nochawis, my father's brother, or my mother's sister's husband, for Nochawis. And then you can write on the side like uncle. It literally means my little father, you know, like my father. Because the Nochawis, the WIS indicates a diminutive. It's like, that's why I keep saying my little father. It's like my father. Nisis, my mother's brother. And yeah, those are the most part there. I do have a rundown, shortened version of this, but I find it really helpful to go through the extended version as well. So cousins and distant relatives, and then I have highlighted here, a mother's sister's children are your brothers and sisters. So basically, actually, mom's side and dad's side, all the first cousins are brothers and sisters. We treat each other like brothers and sisters. There's no first cousin, second cousin, third cousin, twice removed or whatever. You're either just a cousin, an aunt, uncle, or a grandparent. So for instance, my dad has 9 siblings. So my kids, they don't have just, you know, my mom and dad as their kukum and mushum. They have 9 kukums and mushums. All of them are equally grandparents to the kids. Yeah, and then all of their kids are all aunts and uncles to my kids. So then there's 26, or was I supposed to say. So it's just that's how I think that bond is still so strong that, you know, people just kind of step up in that responsibility in that family place. That's when it matters. And then calling people by their relative name rather than their first name gives more power to that relationship. Beautiful power. Okay, so the chart below gives translation to the relation terms and used for cousins. So again, Nistes, my brother's son. Nimis, as again, you'll notice that when we look at the kinship chart, it's the exact same as if they were their actual brothers and sisters. Again, Nisimis, Nisjas, my mother's brother's son, or my father's sister's son. So you really have to know your relationship with people to know who's related to who, to know which term to use. So it's actually when we get to this part, I'll just go through Nichagus. When you get this chart here, I'm giving you the women's kinship chart right here, that one. It's a good idea for yourself to write down who your relatives are. So who's your grandfather, even if they're passed on, and remember when they're passed on to not bring their spirit and call them into action. You have to add that word bun on them if they're passed on. So for me, I would Nimusum bun Hubert Isigaso. I said my late grandfather's name was Hubert. And you can even make recordings like that. Nukum bun Kathy Isigaso. Her name was Kathy. on my dad's side. So, Notawi, Eugene Isigasu. You can just like practice saying that too. My father's name is Eugene. My uncle, but I have like 5 uncles, so I'd put them all there. Nochawi Sawa, you know, then I'd name all my uncles. My aunties, I have 3 of them. Nisi Gusawa. Actually, I would say Nisi Gusak and then Nochawi Sak because I'm pluralizing them because I have more than one. And I would write all their names on there on my dad's side. And then all my cousins. So male cousins from my aunties. I only have 2 of those. No. I have like 7 of those. So Nitims, and I would write all their names just to remember who they were. Nichagus, female cousins. Unfortunately, many of them had already passed on. Nichagus sak Nistes, male cousins from my uncles, and then the females will be Nimis, just like or Nisimis, depending on their ages too. So if they're younger than you, then you have to use Nisimis. Okay. Now on mom's side, Nikawiwa, same thing. Nukumpan, Namusumpan, Nikawi, Nigawis. And then uncles, Nisis. Same thing with the cousins. It's just like your siblings. Nistes, Nimis, Nisimis, Nichagos, Nitim. And then yourself, Nia. And then depending on if you have siblings or not. So this is a very useful tool for writing down who your relatives are and learning who your relatives are so that you can apply their names. And a cool Christmas present, make t-shirts or name tags for each of them. Like, this is who you are to me. Wear it, you know, so I know who you are. Just kidding. So that'll be an assignment, okay? So that's not to hand in, it's for you to show me that you've been working on your relatives. Okay, back to the big handout. You can just go through and read through all the different terms and how to use them. So it's good. Younger relatives. Oh, yeah, younger relatives. Younger relate. Sawin. Ego anama bamachi sawin. Child rearing. That is life. So, for instance, this one, Nitanis. There's no translations here. Maybe I should get you guys to for homework to itwiwana it. But this first one means my daughter. That's all I'm giving you. You guys are gonna find out this one. Negosis, Nistim, Nosim. And then Nichanis, Nichawasimis, Nischimis, and then Nichapan. So younger, that's the hint. And then we'll review together when we're back together for those words. So you can put on the side there, Itwiwana. Go on Itwiwana. I don't even have a pen, but I'll be fine. I'm just gonna show the video. Okay, family relations, lesson 6. In-laws. But like, at the beginner level, I don't expect us to learn any of these, but these ones could be for fun if you want. I'll go through them. Nitah tawao, kitih tawao, otih tawawa, nitim, kihtim, witimwa, nichagus, kichagus. Oh, well, I'm saying them in all the different ways. I'll just say my nichuam, nistim, and then nahakisim. So, right there. I'm turning the page. And even more family words. Family unit words. Okay, yeah, these are all the words that we went through so far. So you can review. And then there's more on that page. And that's pretty much it. Kinship relationship within the immediate family. So people words that we should know. Napio. And you're gonna itwiwana all of these. I'm not giving you the translations. So napio, esquil, oskinigil, oskinigius esquil, oskinigis, napesis, and it's spelled Napesis. This is an older document, so it's like from 1970s. The words aren't gonna be spelled the same on itwiwana. And then oskawasis, unless I point it out. Places that we're in a relationship with. sagak, sipik, sagaiganik. Anything with a U is an A, by the way. Misganak, waskaiganak, sorry. Kisteganik, pasquak, atowi gamguk, atowi gamiguk. Animals when we're in relationship with, all animals are our brothers and sisters. So, mistatim, mustos, atim, minos, that's a long O, gogos, sagak, sagwes, amisk, maskwa, watask, pisu, magasis. That should be Mahkis, magasis. That's a long I. Keep the E there. Mahigan should be an I. Birds, magwa, sisib should be I's. Pichuil, bipichu. And then ahasu, that's misspelled too, bipichu. Okay, so we're in relationship, like family, with the animals. Animate nouns, so third person, this is all in third person. And then I won't read through all of them because we're not gonna learn all of them in a short little time. So that's like the Cree level 3 sort of deal. And then we're going to close that document and go to, sorry, I gotta find it. So I'm gonna skip that one. Oh yeah, it does say time. Oh, this one, the tree. So the terms that we want to do and our goal is to be able to point and say to each term. So for instance, great-grandparent, nitapan, grandmother, nokum, nimasum, choose an aunt, like nigawis or nisigus, uncle, notawis, nochawis. I don't know why I'm getting mixed up. Nochawis, or cousin, pick a cousin on either side. And then, but you can choose ones that are are not your younger siblings, like different words. So for instance, nia, nisimis, nistes, nimis, right there. So you should be able to go ahead and point. That'll be the goal, to know the kinship terms, just the main ones of your immediate family. Bonus if you can do extended family, some. And then here's some handouts that you can do. So for instance, this is my father, his name is. So notawiawa Eugenie Sigaso. Okay. This is my name is, and you already know this. Ninaoma Candice Nitsigaso. This is my grandmother. Her name is Nukumawa. I would have to say Nukum Panawa Kathy Sigaso. My grandfather Nimasum Panawa Hubert Sigaso. Write it out on a piece of loose leaf and practice your relatives so that you know how to call them. And again, maybe even change your contacts on your cell phones. Other words to translate to English on Ituiwana. How to say them? Wako Tawin, Napio, Esquil, Oskinigio, Oskinigio Squil, Oskinigis, Napisis, Esquisis, Oasis, Oskawasis. And then family and parents, in other words. If you want to add like my husband, my wife, I do have them elsewhere. And we already went over these ones. Be able to understand and answer the questions to Dancy Katsigasun, Candice Katsigasun, Tatato Peponan. Then I would say my age, Tato Peponan, birthplace, Dante Gage Nitawigian. And then I will say the place, Nigi Nitawin, your birthday, and so on. And I already went over that. So practice that one. I think the school one, it's up to you. Focus on the words that are important to y'all. And we'll turn the page again. Homework. Yay! So kinship forms. Complete the following and keep the following chart. Keep in mind the process of obviation. So you're basically changing it from my my relative to your relative. So it's just, and for this one, you're just changing all the N's to a K's. So nukum turns into kukum, and so on. Let's not worry about third person unless you want to challenge yourself. You can go ahead, but for sure do all of this for your work. What else? Oh, practice quiz. And this is on Quizlet too. Like all of these terms are on Quizlet. So I'm pretty sure it's called Quizlet. Like just look in Cree level 1 folder. You can find it in there too. So here's all the terms, and then we could correct together, use the handouts for that. And yeah, so that's what I do with my students at school. Let's see if there's anything else. Oh yeah, go on to Twiwana and then make a concept web of all of these. We did this at the beginning of class already, those of us who are in class. And you're gonna have fun with those, all of them. And then also I provided the Cree song book. So I'll just go over the table of contents. So word songs you can practice are the hello song, the numbers song, the bird song if you want, who am I song, the what time is it song would be nice. Otinak is a good one. My relatives one. Those are the ones for sure for this class that you should know by heart. Okay? And oh, time. Also what we're gonna do is time. I might as well just keep going with this time stuff. So time express. So yeah, we'll quickly go through this, and then that way it's more practice for next week too. So time, expressing time in terms of hours and minutes is as exact as the interpretation will permit. Unless I do the, what's that called? I can do the Zoom with the time stuff, but if you want to continue kind of speed learning right now, you can. Okay? Okay. All right, so I'm gonna pause for a second so I can get a coffee.